Greetings and salutations. It is I, Professor Macabro, here to regale you with part 4 of the recent horror DVD haul. Yes, indeed, I was able to acquire a bunch of movies recently, and we did get through the first 3 parts, but here is part 4. Yes, indeed. So let's get started with one that I thought I had. I thought that I already owned this. I checked my Excel sheet, wasn't there. I checked my collection, wasn't there, so I actually recorded a pickup video talking about this one, but I couldn't find it, so came across a copy of Cocaine Bear, yes indeed, the Maximum Rampage edition, and I just had to add it. Well, of course, you might question, did you really need to add Cocaine Bear to your collection? Yes indeed, because the concept is ludicrous. It's based on real events about this black bear that came across a package of cocaine and became all doped up. In real life, the poor bear died right away because his poor heart couldn't handle the cocaine. But in this one, he becomes a souped up super bear that goes around murdering people. And it's a lot of fun. I liked it. The concept's ridiculous, but the trailer made it look fun. And the movie is indeed quite enjoyable. Yes, indeed. And it spawned a whole bunch of cocaine-related things. You had Cocaine Shark and Cocaine Cougar, I think it was. And it also spawned a Meth Gator. I'm not sure if they ever made a Cocaine T-Rex or dinosaur-related movie. But I would like to watch a Cocaine T-Rex. Yes, indeed. So, Cocaine Bear, really fun. Happy to add that to the collection. Another one I picked up is something that I've actually been hunting down ever since I saw a behind-the-scenes of Shaun of the Dead. As you know, Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright made Shaun of the Dead. Then they worked together in Hot Fuzz. They worked together at World's End, which I liked. And Edgar Wright's a really cool director. I like his style. Scott Pilgrim is another good one that I like. And I'm not a big fan of remakes, but Edgar Wright is going to direct The Running Man, and that has my interest piqued. Yes, indeed. But before Shaun of the Dead, Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg worked on Spaced. Now, how I knew about this is because there is a special feature in Shaun of the Dead. I think it's the audio commentary, and there's two moments where Shaun and his group encountered this lady that has a bizarro versions of the characters from Simon Pegg has. Yes, indeed. And you're like, who the heck is this lady? She didn't appear in the movie, but they seem to have some sort of history together. And that was a reference, I later found out in a special feature, to this UK show that Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright and that lady had going. Spaced. Yes, indeed. And I've been trying to track down for a copy of this for a while to complete my Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg collection. And looky here. I finally have a copy of Spaced. And I'm quite happy to add this to my collection. Indeed. Quite happy with that. Picked up Cabin Fever Patient Zero. I'm a big fan of the first Cabin Fever. Pancakes! Freaking kid. And a lot of douchey characters. And the remake's pretty much the same. But this one is the origin of the Cabin Fever thing. And, why not? I picked it up. Yes, indeed. Things are gonna fall down. Don't fall down. Stay there. Also picked up Beyond Skyline. Skyline looked to be like a very obvious ripoff of Independence Day, but it was kind of unique. It was about these aliens that had a light that if you watched them, you kind of like got taken over, and because it kind of took control of you, and then they would abduct you, take your brains, and put it on a mech suit that you would become a slave of. But at the end of the movie, they take down the grid, and then the people that were stuck in the mech suits have free will again. And in the second one, you follow the characters and they're trying to survive. And I don't know if it's the sequel, but the third one has them living in peace and everything, and then the aliens come back and take control of, over the bodies of all the people that were mechanized. It was a very interesting series. Quite surprised it got to 3 entries. And, but it's a curious thing. Now, I'm not sure if Beyond Skyline is the sequel or the third part, but, I wanted to complete the series, and I'm pretty sure I was missing Beyond Skyline. But now I have the complete set, and that makes me quite pleased. Also picked up a whole bunch of shark movies, because I like shark movies. Yes, indeed. I know they are a genre that are ridiculed, and rightly so, because a lot of the shark movies are quite preposterous and ridiculous. But that's my bread and butter. I like that kind of shit. So I picked up this one, Night of the Sharks. So, the night that has sharks. Yes, indeed. Oh, Steven Spielberg. I wonder what he thinks that his great masterpiece, that is Jaws, inspired a whole subgenre of shark movies. And we have a lot more to talk about. We have avalanche sharks. Yes, indeed. About these sharks that swim through the snow. There's actually a movie called Ice Sharks, but this is different. It's about a movie that, very weird movie. I saw this one, and it's about, I want to do a review of it, but it's about a couple of sharks that swim through ice and then come up and gobble people. I thought this was an asylum movie. I was sure it was an asylum movie. It turns out it's not. It's ITN. And I was like, ITN makes sharks movies? Must be a bunch of people that jumped ship from asylum and made their own company. Or produced their own movies. Because this felt like an asylum movie. Not gonna lie, from the production to the effects. That's why I thought for sure this was an asylum movie. But it's not. It's ITN. So tickle me. Quite surprised with that turn of events. This one is another ITN movie. Trailer Park Shark. Yes, even ITN got into the shark things. They even has Tara Reid, who was in Sharknado, to star in the Trailer Park Shark. But it comes in a nice silver slipcover, which I'm a fan of. But it's a shark. It's harassing a trailer park. And it has the guy that was the principal in Saved by the Bell. Right there. So, yes, that's something. Will it be as interesting as Avalanche Shark? Gonna have to see. Also picked up House Shark. It's about a shark in a house. This one I do know about because it's been a while. It's been a while, but I vaguely remember. Actually, I should revisit the lot of videos from Bloodbath and Beyond, a review channel that YouTube kind of did some shady things just as they got their silver button, and then they nuked the channel. So sad story that. Real shame on you, YouTube. Shame on you. But I'm pretty sure I saw a review of House Shark, and they did paint it as a very, very terrible movie. But I've said this before, I kind of like to experience bad movies by myself and determine whether or not they really are indeed bad. But this one looks pretty bad. The shark in question is a guy in a suit that is haunting a house. That's why it's called House Shark. So yes, but I do definitely might fall down a rabbit hole and revisit the Bloodbath and Beyond shark reviews. Indeed. And the last 2 movies that I'm going to talk about in this video, will complete my Sharknado collection. Indeed. Oh, Sharknado. The Asylum was already known for making really low-budget mockbusters. But Sharknado, boom, opened the wave for more ridiculous movies, and I must admit, of lower quality. Yes, indeed. The asylum has never been known, as much as I love it, the asylum has never been known for high production, but at least they were creative with their low budget. Thanks to Sharknado, they got more increased popularity and they started pumping out more content. But I must admit, it wasn't that good a content. Yes, indeed. I still enjoy it. I still laugh and get a chuckle out of anything the asylum puts out. But I will admit, Sharknado is a parting point from the old asylum to what later became the new asylum. And I only have Sharknado 1, 2, and 3, and the last one. But I was missing Sharknado The Fourth Awakens, which we have here. And we have the last one I was missing, Sharknado 5, Global Swarming. Yes, indeed. And this one has Nova. Nova, I like her. Yes, indeed. She appeared in the first one, the third one, the fifth one, and a little bit of the last one. And I really like Nova. Yes, indeed. Ho, 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 Nova. Yes, indeed. Weird she has the same name from Planet of the Apes. Maybe it's a reference to that. But I liked it. And if you know Sharknado, you know Sharknado. The first one was an out-of-nowhere hit. And then everyone wanted to be part of Sharknado. A lot of people wanted to have cameos in Sharknado. And it just became really cool. And once they started time traveling, you're like, uh-oh. Well, they literally jumped the shark in the second one. But the series figuratively jumped the shark when time travel was introduced. But I still like it. Not gonna lie. But like I mentioned before, it is a very clear difference between the asylum of old and everything that came after Sharknado. Yes, indeed. But this was this pickup. Like always, I like to recommend the standouts, and I'm going to recommend the Sharknado ones because these are ridiculous and hilarious and, well, quite frankly, by the time of the last one, quite dumb. But it's my kind of dumb, and I love it. Yes, I love it. Give it to me. Give me all the crappy asylum movies that are not crappy to me, but a lot of people keep telling me they are crappy. Yes, indeed. Have you seen any of these movies? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Let us know in the comments down below. But until we see you all again next time, this is Professor Macabro thanking you and wishing you all, like always, a good evening.